looking at something very important. A couple of clients called me and started asking a few questions regarding the propensity of leadership, even as it applies to an organization that's already failing. And one of the things they cited is that you won't find people who are really willing and intentional about leading. And oftentimes they want to say they want to lead, but the moment you hand them responsibilities, they begin to change, they begin to waver. And what you find is that they begin to carry out what's called eye service. They are pretentious, they don't put in their best, they don't allow the service to accelerate to a point where productivity will be felt. And so one of the intricacies is that they are not able to deliver their duties in a manner that it inspires the organization. And so what you see, the deliverables are questionable because now it is triggered by sentiment, it's triggered by an intent to get wealth, it's triggered by familiarity, wanting to act as though they are the persons to be viewed as responsible or active. And so one thing is, one rule of thumb is whenever things break out of proportion in your leadership journey, one thing you must do is to do what is called leadership audits. A leadership audit now is very lacking in organizations. The reason this is lacking is due to the fact that even the people, the leaders and the executives are not able to determine for themselves what really works. And so it becomes very difficult for these kinds of things to take place. But one of the things is, how do we reduce the backlash? How do we make things better for organizations? So the people you have handed responsibility to, one of the things is, who are they? Do they understand the vision, the mission statement of the company? Have they lived into the reality of this vision? Because the thing is, when you begin to deliver, I want to take a little time to expatiate on this. When you begin to give people responsibility and task based upon the fact that you want things to be done, you need to also be certain about what they know. Do they know anything about the vision that you've done? Have you sat down with them to chart the way, the path and the way forward? Do they understand that they have to wrap themselves around the vision, the principles, the concepts that undergirds the vision? And not just to call them because, okay, you have the right to call anybody and give them responsibilities. If you do that, you are going to drift the policy, the vehicle, the voyage, that vision into antiquity. You're going to move it into oblivion. And this is going to be very dangerous for your corporate development. So one thing I recommend for my clients is to sit down with the people you want to give responsibilities to and ask them, what is their goal in life? What is their dream? Because sometimes the dream of the people that are working with you are not your dream. They may be working in your organization and they may be very loyal, they are very great people, but sometimes you need to recalibrate their mindset. You need to be able to deal with what makes them unique. You need to be able to understand. Having to understand, because somebody said, Jim Rohn says, once you change the way you look at something, what you're looking at will change. We are going to do the next episode of this training. You can check on my YouTube. But right now, I want to draw the curtain and say, find out what makes them unique, what makes them smile. Those people that you want to give responsibility, so that don't drift your vision away. My name is Prince David Iku, and if you want, we can put together a couple of trainings to build you and then to help your organization. So don't give responsibilities or tasks or leadership. Don't call people into leadership responsibilities just because you want to get even. Allow them to express themselves within the whims and caprices of what you can share with them, which is your vision. Some of them may not find themselves in your vision. Some of them may have desire to do something else, but bring them in. You need to teach people, you talk to them. You need to plant your dreams into their lives and make their dreams your dream. Make your dream their dream. That is the only way you can get people to work with you and then move the organization to the next level. Until we come your way again, this is Equal Leadership and Governance Advisory. Subscribe to the channel and indeed drop your comment in the comment section and tell us where you're watching from. Whatever you want us to talk about, feel free to drop it in the comment section. We shall meet. See you in the next one. Bye for now.
Okay.